Coming up right now, we have perhaps one of the most exciting races in this National AAU Championship, the 500-yard freestyle. And the young lady who won it a year ago, in addition to winning 2 other races, is our guest right now, Robyn Johnson of Arlington, Virginia. And Robyn, you haven't been able to achieve that Triple Crown again this year, but I guess once in your life is good enough.
Yes, it is.
How are you feeling right now before this 500?
A little nervous.
I imagine that with an all-out race like this one, you've really got to be in shape.
Well, actually, the 500 is actually mostly a pacing race. I mean, sometimes it's not as hard as the 100, really. It's mostly just the pace, and then at the end, the sprint, really.
That's, I think, what impressed everybody a year ago at Arden Hills, was that tremendous sprint that you had at the end. Have you still got it?
I hope so.
Robyn, what would be a typical day in the life of Robyn Johnson? When would it start, and when would it end, and what would go on in between?
Well, during the winter, we've been swimming every morning since September at 6:30 till 7:30 before school. And usually I have maybe a glass of orange juice or something before I swim. And then we might go to the hot shops or something for breakfast and then go right to school. And after school, workout is about an hour and 15 minutes from about 4 o'clock till 5:15 or 5:20. And after that, we just do our homework and go to bed.
At what time?
Well, I usually get into bed about 9:30 or 10 because I have a pretty heavy school schedule.
And you have no trouble sleeping?
No, I don't at all.
How about before a championship?
Well, it's about the same thing, only our workouts are a little bit shorter and more sprints, but you're a lot more nervous before a championship.
You don't have insomnia, though?
No.
Robyn, I'm wondering about, you're 17 now, I'm wondering about when you might be retiring from the swimming world.
Well, I would probably retire after the Olympic Games, unless something comes up and I feel like I want to go on swimming. I don't know yet.
How do you account for the fact that Dawn Fraser, who is the first woman to break the 1-minute mark in the 100 meters, your event, how can she keep going at 25 and still be so strong?
Well, apparently it seems in Australia that people of 30 and 40 are still in athletics, so I don't think it's really strange down there for them to keep swimming at 20.
But you'd like to be, though, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Okay, Robyn, they're just about ready for you up there on the starting blocks of the 500, and good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be back for the 500-yard freestyle race in just a moment on ABC's Wide World of Sports. Well, now this crowd is eagerly anticipating the start of the 500-yard freestyle. Robyn Johnson back to defend the crown that she won a year ago. The record, 5 minutes, 27 and 2/10 seconds. And now in lane 1, 13-year-old Joanne Hackett from the Summit, New Jersey Y. First time that she's ever been in the indoor championship finals. Qualifying time, 5:38 flat. Lane 2 is Sharon Finneran, 15-year-old world record holder in the 200 butterfly event, great individual medley star, now in the distance, 500 yards, 5:34.1 her time. Robyn Johnson, 17-year-old who won the 100, the 250, and the 562. She lost the 100-yard this year. She hopes to regain the 500 title. Lane 4 is Jenny Dunkel, a fine backstroker, 15 years old, aiming for the 500 free title. Lane 5, Terry Stickles, 16 years old, looks in fine shape this year, placed second to Robyn Johnson in all 3 of the freestyle events last year. She's the new 100-yard indoor champion, incidentally, and here is Doral Schweitzer, 14 years old, the first time that she has ever been in the indoor championships. So it's an outstanding field with Sharon Finneran, Robyn Johnson, Jenny Dunkel, and Terry Stickles figured to battle it out. The best qualifying time was the 5:31.8 turned in by Robyn Johnson. This is 20 lengths of the pool, 500 yards. That's Robyn Johnson on the left. And on the right, Jenny Dunkel. Here's Joanne Hackett, first lane, 13-year-old. Boy, she must feel a lot of pressure. First time in the national championships. The meet director, Al Seahorn, asking for quiet now. Lane 1, Joanne Hackett. Lane 2, Sharon Finneran. Lane 3, Robyn Johnson. Jenny Dunkel in 4. Terry Stickles in 5. Doral Schweitzer in 6. And it's a good start. Robyn Johnson comes up first. But she doesn't have the lead at this point. It's Jenny Dunkel in lane 4, Robyn Johnson in lane 3, Terry Stickles in lane 5, and they practically turn in unison. On the left there, you see Robyn Johnson, the defending champion. 20 lengths of the pool. This is a grueling event. And as you heard Robyn say, this is kind of a pacing event. You've really got to pace yourself all the way through. It's much like the miler in track. Robyn Johnson with a very slight lead now in lane 3. In lane 2 is Sharon Finneran right there with her. Ginny Dunkel in 3 and Terry Stickles in 4. Very, very close now as Robyn Johnson has about a 1-stroke lead as she touches. Then Sharon Finneran touches Ginny Dunkel and Terry Stickles. And in lane 1 is Joanne Hackett, the little 13-year-old in her first race. They're on the 5th length of the pool. Now, one thing you might want to keep in mind, at the end of 10 lengths, or half the distance, in order to set a record, the leader at that point would have to be around 240. That's the end of 6 lengths right there. And Robyn Johnson and Sharon Finneran now are practically even. Sharon Finneran is in lane 2. You're looking at lane 1 right here, closest. And then beyond her is Robyn Johnson, and Finneran now has taken about a half a stroke of lead. There's Robyn Johnson turning and Finneran coming up. Sharon Finneran, of course, has experienced a heartbreaking defeat earlier when she was just touched out by Donna Di Verona in the 400-yard individual medley. She just has about a finger length lead now over Robyn Johnson. That's the end of 8 laps. As we were saying earlier, at the end of 10 now, we'll see what our clock unofficially reads in order to perhaps come up with a new record in this event. And here is Sharon Finneran with a slight lead over Robyn Johnson. And we're going to be very close to 240. There's Sharon Finneran touching first, and it was just about 240 that she did it, so we may very well be on the way to a new record in this event. Robyn Johnson, who won it last year, holds both the American and the championship mark, a 5:27.2. And we got Sharon Finneran in just 240 as she completed the 10th or halfway lap. And now Sharon Finneran, Robyn Johnson, and Ginny Dunkel moving up in lane 4. Finneran touches first, Johnson second, and Dunkel third. That's the way they go as they have completed 12. Robyn Johnson won this event a year ago as well as the 100 and 250. Now here is Sharon Finneran turning first, Robyn Johnson second, and Ginny Dunkel third. Terry Stickles now is a distant 4. It looks like a 3-girl race as they're coming to the end of 14, and look at Finneran now starting to increase her lead. Sharon, as she told us earlier in talking with Donna Di Verona, she's in the best shape that she's ever been in, and now she's beginning to prove it as she's pulling away from Robyn Johnson, and Terry Stickles is coming up on Johnson. Sharon Finneran really pounding now. She's completed 14. Now she will complete the 16th. She'll have 4 lengths of the pool to go. And look at the lead that she now has on Robyn Johnson, and Robyn is tired. And so is Terry Stickles in lane 5. Ginny Dunkel moving up in lane 4. All right, as Sharon heads back now, she will have the gun lap here coming up very, very quickly. Two lengths of the pool to go. And here is Sharon Finneran turning it on now as Robyn Johnson also starting a burst, as is Ginny Dunkel. But Sharon Finneran has built up that wall of water in front of her. Look at her move. And the record she's shooting for is 5 minutes 27 and 2/10 seconds. And she has it within her grasp right now. Getting a tremendous cheer from the crowd. And now Ginny Dunkel moving up on Robyn Johnson for second. Here's Finneran coming to the finish line. And a great battle for second. Robyn Johnson in there. She touches Ginny Dunkel out. Wow. Well, 5:23.3. Our timer has been very accurate, within 1 or 2/10 of a second, so it does appear as if Sharon Finneran has set a new American and national record by about 4 seconds. Sharon is the defending national champion in the 200 butterfly event, the world record holder in that event, and a great individual medley star. She tried to win the 400-yard individual medley title earlier and was nosed out by Donna Di Verona, so this is a great victory for her, and you can see by that smile on her face she's a very happy young lady. Well, the time is official now, 5 minutes 23 and 4/10 of a second, and that is a new national and American record, and it couldn't happen to a nicer gal, Sharon Finneran. Sharon, a short time ago we talked to you and you had tears in your eyes, but you don't now.
No, that's true.
Did you plan to swim that kind of a race, a strong finish?
Oh, yeah, exactly. I talked to my coach on the phone, and we planned it out, and this is the way I've been working out all year, to have a strong finish and a strong middle.
Well, you were 2:40 at the end of the halfway mark, and you came on real strong to swim that 5:23.4. I'm kind of curious about your last year's performance in this 500. As I recall, you were not in the first or second position.
No, that's right. I was third by about a 10th. And so in this race, I realized before I swam in the preliminaries that if I qualified with a certain time, then I'd end up between the two girls who beat me last year. So I qualified third intentionally, so I get over here on the side.
Hey, a nice piece of strategy. You didn't want to be between them again, huh?
No, I didn't. I sort of psyched out last year.
Had to feel like a sandwich out there, huh? Well, congratulations to you, Sharon. I know you're very happy to win this championship, and the best of luck to you in the Pan American Games.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, Sharon Finneran, who set the new record in the 500-yard freestyle.